Okay, I'm here. It's just going to take a couple of minutes. I see a couple people coming into the room.
Do you remember 2016? All the reputable news organizations, all the pollsters coming out declaring that Hillary Clinton will win in a landslide. Well, now it is 2020. These same news organizations, these same pollsters.
Hello, everybody. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'll be right with you. I'm just trying to set up everything. We're going to talk a little bit about the debate, but I just need one moment. Alrighty then. Okay, so I'm just curious, and I want to try to make some order in this. What everybody thought of tonight's debate. I got my thoughts. I made some notes, but I want to get your opinion because I can be unbiased to myself.
Okay, so
Actually, I accidentally started another video here. I actually am an unbiased person. I'm neither Republican nor Democrat. But when looking at it, I had my own opinions. And I wanted to see what you folks thought. So, okay. So let me put on my old man glasses. And I'm going to go down and really take a look. Steve-O, I'm just going to say hello until I start seeing the comments about the Biden-Trump debate. I'm hoping it was the first of three. Chris, what's his name? Chris Walters, whatever his name is. Walter, I don't know. Whatever his name is. I think he said it's going to be the first of three. We'll see. I'm having a Biden moment right now. My brain is not functioning. I'm tired. I'll be honest with you, the debate got me exhausted and frustrated for that matter. Steve O, Woke News, Maria S, thank you. Pristine Green, Woke News. Biden was lying through his teeth, he says. Blue Rose, hello. Michael Dado, hello. Pristine Green, Trump 2020. I'm just going down the list really quick and trying to get some of your comments. Olivia Feng, just watched the debate. I really want to know what everybody thought of the debate, okay? Try to leave it very short so I have adequate time to read it, because if you write a full paragraph, I won't get through everybody's. So just let me know what your opinion was in a nice sentence or two. Black Bullion, thank you very much for being here. Bob Clark, Rocky Mountain Bear. By the way, Black Bullion has a YouTube channel. I just want to let you folks know. Go check it out. Rocky Mountain Bear, again, thank you. He says he did not watch it. Corey Oaks, sorry I couldn't understand it with all the overtalk. Okay, there was a lot of overtalk, I have to agree. Michael Dado says Trump 2020, just wiping off my glasses here. Trump stood strong. He did. South Florida, high overtax. Mike Erickson. Hello, JK Pioneer. I have to say Joe was performing better than we thought. I'm going to have to agree with you there. Olivia Feng. Thank you. I have to agree with you. Mike Erickson. And I'm going to go over some of my notes I made. I made some notes. Not going to show them to you. Didn't watch it. Both are sellouts. Okay. Great. I hope you don't vote either, Johnny. John Rammon, Lion Biden, Ned Flanders. It was a brawl. It was definitely a freaking brawl. Ain't no doubt about it. I've never seen in my years of being on this planet, I've never seen such a presidential brawl in my life. Even the Clinton and Trump one didn't even come close to this, in my opinion. Who else? Golden Union Eagle. That debate was amazing. The moderator begs for Trump to stop beating Biden. Okay. That's some good insight. That's some good insight. By the way, I'm going to ask everybody right now. Give me a thumbs up. May I please? I'm going to even be very polite like my mom taught me to be. May I please have a thumbs up? It's not like I'm asking to borrow your car. Thank you so much. That was a freaking brawl. And again, I made some comments. And if you're just tuning in, you got to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. So I believe I can look in with a clearer set of glasses, let's just say, and form an unbiased opinion. Ryan Rivera, thank you. Trump interrupted a lot. Okay, we're going to cover that a little bit. Thank you so much. Cobra Stacker was fun. Was a fun hour and a half. Man, that hour and a half flew by. That freaking hour and a half flew by. Yeah, the moderator was biased towards Joe. So are we saying the moderator was biased in Joe's favor when you say towards Joe? I need you to clarify that. Was he biased in favor of Joe is what I really need to know. I need to know all this from you folks, where we're coming from, before I lay out my opinion, what I saw. Nick, hello. Pristine Green, Creepy Joe just lies and repeats CNN's garbage. Okay. Ned Flanders, it was a fist fight, man. Okay. Martin Palmer, thank you very much. By the way, if I mention your name, automatically you should know I'm just giving you a shout out. Thank you so much for being here. I thought Wallace was clearly against Trump. Okay. That was Martin Palmer. I'm sorry. Olivia Fang again. Trump did a good job, though by being himself. John Rammon, bad job moderating. I also question that, because I'm going to talk about the skill set of the moderator also. Okay? Because I also have some opinions that I want to get your opinions on first to see if we're driving. You know what I mean? Let me see. Where I just lost everything. Bad job moderating, Joe Rahman. Trump did a good job. Okay, Blue Rose. Biden did his fair share of interruptions as well. Not just Trump. Okay, Trump 2021. Black Bullion turned out how I expected, pretty much was a bloodbath. Between the weak and the strong, I think Trump came out stronger on top. We're going to talk about that as well. Because I have a different opinion. And you know who I'm voting for. But I told you, just because I'm voting for them, that doesn't mean I'm a cheerleader for them and for whatever they do. Because if I have some critiquing, I'm going to lay it on the line. But you're going to have to wait. Christopher Cortez. Wow, after that, I can't believe it. I'm still voting Trump. Lightning 48, Chris Wallace auditions for CNN, and he should get the job. He doesn't belong to Fox. Blue Rose joke. The Wing and Richard Wallace was debating for Wallace. I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I don't like the format of debates because you wind up not debating your opponent. You wind up debating the moderator, and I don't like that format. What they should do is the moderator should be there, in my opinion. Ask a question. Okay, you guys got 12 minutes to put on the gloves, and that's how it should be. The moderator shouldn't keep coming back. Well, what about this? I do think Wallace. No, I'm gonna wait. You almost got me there. I'm gonna wait. Christopher Wallace was biased towards the president. Are you saying against the president? Again, clarify your statements, guys and gals, so I can really understand. Good evening from Cleveland. Union Eagle. Best line from Trump was when he responded to the white supremacists and Proud Boys comment with stand by. I think he did rather well there also, because I don't believe the news media outlets are trying to twist it where these rioters are white supremacists. I think we all know that. Adrian Branham. I'm purposely speaking fast, so if I stumble with my words, it is not purposeful. BJB Bazin. LOL, when Trump said Biden wears the biggest mask he's ever seen standing 200 feet away, that was kind of funny. I was disappointed by the debate, could not listen till the end. Manuel Campbell. I agree with you. I was a little disappointed too. And I will let you folks know why. I was actually frustrated. I felt my blood. I felt like an anxiety, like my heart was like, you're nervous when you know that you're in trouble. You remember the old days when you'd go to school and you get this like freaking ESP, extrasensory perception, that you all got nervous all of a sudden. And on the walk home, oh shit, I'm in trouble with my mom. My mom is, that sort of thing. I felt like that anxiety in my chest, this whole... I'm going to share what I meant and why I felt that way. Larjo, the president, was debating 2, not 1. Okay. Good point, Larjo. Philosopher. God, I can't speak today. Bees. Biden did enough to keep the left on board. This will not be a landslide. It will be a close means civil war. They pretty much said that, and the moderator said, "Hey, they're not even opening up the ballots yet, even though they're arriving. They're not even opening them up. They're not even beginning to count, and only will start counting the evening of November 3rd." And Chris Wallace said, there's no way they're going to be done counting for at least a week or so. He's already laying it on the line. That's how it's going to be. So my concern is, will Nancy Pelosi get in for that week or two? That's my concern. Let me see. Christopher Wallace, it's sad that our president has to ask the tough questions that the reporters won't. Cobra Stacker 201 was good. Trump winner till the end. Trump winner till the end, or just at the end he fizzled out? I need clarification on that, Gabriel. I'm here. Edgewater Heating. I'm still voting for Trump. Same here. I'm still voting for Trump. Good debate. I'm a Trump supporter. I just wish he would have let Biden dig himself deeper by letting him talk. I got a comment about that, Josh. And I think it's good time right now to let you know how I feel, because I was very disappointed in Trump's behavior. Yes, I'm going to say it. I believe Trump is telling the truth. I do believe that. However, he comes across as a brawler. He didn't look presidential, in my opinion. I'm just looking at some of my notes. I think his composure, I think perhaps he was nervous. You got to remember, he hasn't done many debates in his life. Okay? I think I think his composure, he was aggressive. I think he was interruptive. And I just think it was a case of the nerves. I can imagine, not only this country is watching this debate, but all the countries are watching this debate. I would have no problem declaring that I would say that half this world was watching that debate tonight. So I'm gonna say maybe it just got a little on his nerves. I wasn't up there, but I did see Chris Wallace, and I saw that he was trying to keep Trump from interrupting. I just felt, again, I told you, I am not a Trump cheerleader. When I see somebody this shows you how honest I am. If I see my guy doing something wrong, I'm going to call him out. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. I thought it looked so unpresidential. But I do believe his words were the truth. Biden, he's a smooth liar. And he was well rehearsed. After all, he hasn't come out of his basement in God knows how long. He had plenty of time to rehearse. Did he receive the questions ahead of time? I don't know. But if you actually watched Fox News, they had Donna Brazile there. She belongs in jail. She was busted for handing, now quote me if I'm wrong, handing the questions to the Democrat Party in advance. And she is on Fox News trying to tell us she's telling the truth when she was busted. So Donna Brazile out the window, but Biden, I can't say Biden got the questions ahead of time, but he was probably coached. All right, they're going to ask you probably these, probably 7 or 8, and these are probably the subject matters to those 7 questions. And he was very well read, well rehearsed in answering those questions. Okay, I think Biden did a good job. At times, he came across, he's an actor though, very presidential. I got to admit it. His composure was a little bit better than Trump's. That does not mean I think he was telling the truth. He's a snake and a liar. And I do a lot of research, and I can tell you, he was lying a lot. One comment about COVID-19. Oh, the cases and the deaths are up. That's factually untrue. The cases are up, deaths are way down. Almost non-existent. I say almost. I don't want to get beat up. What else? My opinion, the abortion was a big subject matter, and it's very important to the Democrats. You want to know why? That's the bulk of their campaign funds. You ain't letting that little cherry pie going. So it's very important to them. I just think Trump needs to be a little bit better polished. Trump's not a politician. I finished with my notes. Trump is not a politician. We all know that. He is not going to come across as refined. These are snakes. Politicians are snakes. They come across very refined. I'm doing like this, like a tie. Very refined and very educated. And I'm from Harvard University. That's not Trump. So we just had we had a guy who grew up in the streets of New York versus a guy who grew up in Connecticut or where the hell he grew up this month. Every time I hear Biden, he grew up somewhere. It's Scranton. It's freaking wherever. I don't know where the hell this guy grew up, but he's very refined in his approach. So there you have it. I know I kind of was a little all over the place. I was a little disappointed in Trump. I felt Trump, though, might have had to interrupt in order to get out the important points that CNN is not telling their audience, and MSNBC and NBC and ABC and XYZ are not telling their audience. Perhaps that's why Trump interrupted so much. I'm not saying Trump was the only one who interrupted at all. I just felt Trump was extremely aggressive. Maybe it was the nerves. Maybe it was also that he wanted to bring up subject matter that he knew Christopher Wallace was not going to bring up. So I think Trump did a phenomenal job. You can feel the arrows hitting Biden in the freaking heart. His son and the Russians and the millions and China and the jobs. It freaking kept nailing him. It almost looked like he was coming to tears, Biden. So when Trump did good, he did good. Overall, I think that his next one, he needs to be taken aside. He needs to be mentored. He needs to be coached and refined. We need to see that from him, in my opinion. Again, I'm voting Trump. But when somebody does bad, just because I'm voting for him, does not mean I'm going to be their cheerleader. Okay? That's my opinion. What do you think of my opinion? Now I'm going to start at the bottom where I can see everybody laughing at me. I wanted to do mine just to see, if you guys saw what I saw. I had another Biden moment. I'm sorry. It's contagious. He wasn't wearing his damn mask tonight, and I got it. I'm infected. But now we wait and see how the MSN spins it and the fake polls coming out. Trump 2020, Rich Guevara, the wing in Richard eyes. I don't know what that means. Kenny G, yeah, he injured Biden now, and the next one he will finish him off. Again, I think he did injure Biden. I don't think Biden brought anything new to the table to sway the voters away. Biden only regurgitated what we've been hearing in the news for the last 3 months. So he didn't bring nothing new to the table. But if you are a Democrat, there's a lot of news you don't hear by listening to those Democrat-run stations. So I think Trump probably brought a lot of stuff to the table that a lot of people did not know about, namely the Democrats. They probably didn't even know anything about Hunter Biden and the 3 million from a Russian chick or whatever she was. Probably didn't know a lot of that. Probably didn't know anything about the Barr and Durham investigations that Trump says, yeah, we know all about it, buddy. So how do I just sum it up in one summary? Biden didn't bring nothing new to the table, but appeared more presidential. Trump looked like a brawler, a boxer, but brought more to the table as far as news and information. Trump, there was no good news in his favor, really, to regurgitate the news. Trump actually, like I said yesterday, had to rely on his accomplishments. There was no accomplishments Biden truly quoted. Trump, Rich Guevara, Trump had weak notes. However, his debate proves that the left has few talking points. Cobra stacking that was more exciting than watching football. Yeah. Excellent execution by Trump. Biden equals 47 years of being a career politician. And in that 47 years, you do acquire a good debate skill. They talked over each other too much. Biden didn't falter. No, he didn't. Held his own. I agree. The debate was a wash. Okay, Thomas S., I agree with you. I think Biden actually had a better composure, in my opinion. I didn't say he was telling the truth, though. Don't misconstrue my words. There's no way Biden wasn't fed that ahead of time. I don't know. I really don't know anymore. Who knows? The whole thing is a dog and pony show. People have zero say control in this country. Okay, Ramadus Primus, thank you. I'm just looking at the comments. Trump defended the police and the patriots. Yep. And speaking of that, Biden was afraid to mention law enforcement. He really was. I think he mentioned it finally out of pressure, peer pressure. I was hoping for Biden to knock out Trump. I didn't like Biden's policy. I can't stand Trump anymore. I think he's a danger to society. So has he been a danger to society so far? I mean, the news immediately before you got into the Oval Office saying that he's going to have his hands on the nukes and we'd be in a nuclear war by the year end of his first year. Didn't happen. A lot of the gays, he's going to end gay marriage. Didn't happen. I can go on and on with what the news was saying was going to happen to you if you voted for Trump. And none of it, zero happened. But I got to respect his opinion. And that was Manuel Campbell. Thank you so much. A lot. The words are going up. I mean, the comments are going up, so I'm losing it. But I really respect that. Robbie from Texas, Biden has never worked a day in his life. No, he's been in office. I remember since I was a kid. I would say a teenager. Let's put it that way, which is a kid. Trump had caused racism, skyrocketed, and division in America. I disagree with that, but I got to respect Latin Stacker's opinion. Because you listen to Fox News, there's no divisiveness, no racism coming from Fox News. You turn on all the other channels, and I encourage Latin Stacker to do it. All you hear is Trump this, Trump that, and he's going to end the world. Trump wins, pipeline goes through, Biden wins, no pipeline. Civil war imminent. I agree with that. Trump is a bully. Okay, I think he was a little aggressive on this. I said it already. I can't take it back. Andrew S., no. Manuel, liberal in power. Okay, they just shot right up. I couldn't even see it. 165 people in the room. The comments just, shh. I can't even keep up. I'm going to have like a freaking neck pain. But, so what did Trump lie about? Latin Stacker, Trump is a huge liar as well. What exactly? Can you say one thing that Trump said tonight that was a lie? I must have missed it. Please be specific. Biden is a liar completely by Yokart Tosi. Yeah, all Biden had to do was be better than incoherent, obviously. Trump loved Biden rejecting the Green New Deal. Biden called him a clown first. Fitz. Yeah, that was funny. You calling the president a clown. But it just shows you what's going on. GDP down 33%. Well, half the nation is unemployed. What do you expect? They can't afford to buy stuff from overseas. So, of course, you can't sell it or you can't buy it. So GDP is affecting what we ship across the world. But if Democrat states are closing their jobs down, you're not producing anything to ship overseas. Can't blame that on Trump. Again, I already told you, I'll beat up Trump all day long when he's wrong. But Trump came out 3 or 4 months ago, said we need to open it up now. The numbers of the bell curve have come down. We need to open it up. And was your individual states that were left up to their own state powers to keep their places closed down. That's all on them, okay? And they chose to keep it down. And when you're not producing, you have nothing to sell to other countries. There, the GDP will fall down. It's very simple. Mathematics, mechanics of doing business. I speak a lot about that in my videos. Wrong bear in the house. By the way, I mean no disrespect to the Democrats here. Again, I'm not Republican nor Democrat. But when you say something, I want to get a better debate. And I might say, no, say something specific in order to get something from you of value. This is not to call you out. or challenge you. I mean that. So again, I was a little disappointed in the debate. I think Trump could have been a little smoother. He comes across as a street fighter. Again, he's not a politician, so I am going to forgive him for that. A lot of these politicians, they're so smooth and they're Harvard educated, and they're just taught to be a freaking con job, a smooth ass acting con job. When you get somebody off the streets, they're going to act normal. Trump, honestly, kind of looked like a normal human being with feelings. Yeah, he came across as a bully. I will admit that. And I'm hoping next time he comes across a little bit more polished. It didn't look like Trump rehearsed well. But I don't think Trump really needed to do much rehearsing. He had the content. He just needs to improve his delivery, is in my opinion. As much as Trump wants to see Obama's birth certificate is how much the American people want to see his taxes. True. I have some bad news for you, though. So do you know anything about Photoshop photography software where you can create layers? And you can still find it on YouTube. They got access to his birth certificates when it was posted on the internet. And they put it in Photoshop, and they were able to separate the layers. At least the one that Hawaii released, it was a fraudulent birth certificate. Hate to break that to you. Okay, I think, let's see, who else? Yeah, so I'm reading your comment now. Yeah, so if you put a picture in Photoshop, let's just say you take a look at this as a picture. This probably started out as a white background. That's the base layer. Then they add layers. For example, they'll add a red layer. They'll add another layer, a third layer. It might be brown on the top. And they create words. Those are additional layers. The pictures are additional layers. So if you found the raw image of this, you'd probably be able to separate the coins and literally copy them right off as far as layers, unless they flattened it. If they flattened it, which was the mistake Hawaii forgot to do, they released the raw image and forgot to flatten it. Once it's flattened, once a photo is flattened, you cannot separate the layers. And I'm sure if there's any photographers here, they will verify what I'm saying. Actually, you can go to YouTube after this, type in Photoshop layers. It'll tell you exactly what I'm trying to articulate. I thought it was a draw. I really did. I thought this was a draw. Biden came across polished. He did. But I think he's just a smooth liar. Trump, I'm repeating myself, came across a little on the bully side. He didn't, but he had the content. I felt that I can believe Trump. He was just rough. He might have been nervous. I just felt Trump was a little on the bully side. Should have let Biden dig his own grave, so to speak. You know, the more Biden talks, the more of a chance that he's going to say something that's inconsistent or a lie, fabricated, factually, whatever. And I think that was a mistake Trump did. He took Biden off the microphone too much. But I don't know, maybe Trump's handlers said this is how you need to handle this guy. I don't know. The Silver Eagle, keep buying silver. Jerry Mouse says Biden won. I think it was a draw. And maybe by appearance, I have to say, maybe Biden did win. Okay, Gabby Marr, silver's crashing. I thought it was up like 50 cents. I'll have to take a look at it. I think it's too expensive now. Biden won Idiot of the Year. Molan Lob, thank you so much. Jerry Mouse, accept the facts. Bifton had Wallace fake news on So you think Chris Wallace was on Biden's side. Okay. Biden never answered about the Supreme Court. No, it was a very non-answer answer. The bottom line is they know this needs to go to the Supreme Court. The way they are, the architecture of this whole mail-in ballot, they know it has to go to the Supreme Court. And they were hoping that it would. Oops. She died. Uh-oh. That was the flaw in their plan. They didn't realize she was going to die. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's still going to go to the court, but now the courts are not in their favor. That was the muck-up of the plan. They never expected to win the election legally. They were going to win it either way. Supreme Court, I'm talking about the Democrats. They're going to run it. They were going to win it via the Supreme Court or sue for it. That's why they're lawyering up. 1,000 lawyers I'm hearing are on the Democrat side. That's how they're going to win the election. And this whole mail-in ballot thing, it's true. They're finding them in the side of the roads, in creeks, in trash cans. It's a true statement. High brass, why did Biden say China steals after he said earlier they're good folks? The guy doesn't remember what he ate for freaking lunch. Trump did what he had to do. Okay, I'm thinking that. It's not just silver going down, it's the Dow going down too. All right, did the super chat go through? I didn't see any super chat. You'll see a super chat, it'll be a bright colored box. Henry Brown, thank you so much. In order to prevent voter fraud, we need public voting. And I love that. Well, and Biden was like, well, there's an affidavit that when they sign the ballot, they get a friend to sign the affidavit, proving that the person signing the ballot is actually who they say they are. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? They've been pushing a no ID method of voting for the longest time. Now they got it. It's called mail-in ballots. They finally figured out how to get people that just had freaking a pen and ink to vote. No ID required. That, in my opinion, is the biggest downfall to voting by mail. Thought Trump destroyed Biden on so many topics. This is Dennis Foster. I think Trump destroyed Biden on virtually all the topics, except, again, his delivery. He came across as a bully. A lot of stuff from Jerry Mouse being deleted. Thought Trump destroyed Biden. Okay. Ronaldo, thank you so much. DS hoping votes to be on the blockchain 101. Manuel Campbell, Biden was not strong enough. I thought King handled himself good. I really did. You got multiple super chats. I saw. Okay, let me take a look. I'm scrolling up here, and it'll show me all the bright boxes. Okay, I'm all the way at the top. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Display capture. Is my display capture? I'm all the way at the top. I saw one go by, and I just don't see any more. And I can't go any further than this. So I don't know what to say, folks. I really don't. I'm doing the best I can. Who lost the debate? I thought it was a draw. I really did. The American people, as always, this country is freaking doomed. Daddy-O Is Justice Roberts going to step down? That's the rumor. He might step down. And then they're going to freaking go into conniptions. I missed the 2016 Trump. Biden is a parrot. He had a earpiece, possibly. No Trump knockout tonight. Maybe next time. I doubt it. Soy and bees. All voting stations need to have the counting rooms live stream on YouTube. Prevent voter fraud. Please vote Trump. Please vote in person. That way your ballot is not thrown in a ditch where it'll be found like a month later. 4 more years, absolutely. Will you take up arms if communists try to overthrow the government? I don't even want to talk about that kind of subject matter. You know, the FBI, there's been several YouTube channels where the FBI and the CIA have knocked on people's door. So that's a conversation I don't want to be had. It only seems Biden did so based on the past 6 months gaffathon. Never heard Biden say anything about Made in America until Trump came along. That's a true statement. Theta hit $80 tonight. Theta, I apologize. Theta hit $80 tonight. Wow. Okay, so I appreciate the 3 super chats, whoever gave them to me, but I can only scroll so far up. So just don't give me any more if I'm not seeing them. Just don't know what to say, folks. I can only go so far up, and I'm not seeing them. This live stream is very nice. Thank you very much, Manuel. In-person voting only, no piece on the wall. In-person voting only. Nice piece on the wall. Oh, thank you. Bruce Donnelly, thank you very much. Mitch Thornton, if I vote Democrat, then my vote will count a month later. Dual spectrum reality. Yep. Don't want to talk. Yeah. Hey, Overtax, are you still buying Litecoin? I remember you talked about it last year, Lexicon. I bought Litecoin, and then I thought Litecoin was pretty stagnant. I sold it all off and I exchanged it all for Theta, is what I did. So I got rid of all my Litecoin and put it all, just about everything I have, into Theta. I'm gambling on Theta and Digibyte. That was Lexicon. Thank you. Jaybird, I don't see them. Vanessa, just got some silver. Good girl. Roan Bear, haven't seen any. Okay. SCs, super chats. Daddy O, 80 cents, man. So think about that. A lot of us got our Theta, for those who are into it. We got it all at what? 13, 14, 15 cents. It's now 80 cents. And they say by year's end, $5. Another 6 months after that, possibly $20. Holy smokes. Latin Stacker, thank you again for being here, and thank you for your comments. I'm just going down the list. Tony S., Silver Wolf. Hey, after watching the debate, when are you going to vote for Biden? I grew up in New York City. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in the Bronx. And one thing the streets taught me is how, in one sentence from a person, I can judge their character. One full sentence, I already know their character. I'm telling you, Biden is a snake. He's slippery, but he's smooth. He's a smooth con artist, because just can see it. All right, Snake. Hello there, Lab 464. Dow futures, silver, gold, all down right now. Ooh, that might not be good. Let's just take a look at the markets tomorrow when they all start up again. Oh my God, I think we might see a bloodbath. Who is better for silver? Worse for the dollar, Trump or Biden? Honestly, I have to say I think silver will go up under a Biden rule. I really do. I got to say it. I got to say it. What makes precious metals go up? An unstable market or a failing market. That would be a fiat market. So I can see silver and gold and crypto skyrocketing under Biden. There's certain people, they will fight to the death. We all seen them before. I got to say this, and this goes for some of the comments I'm seeing right now. I don't want to call them out. They will fight to the death to be right. You've seen it in your own life. Some of them have been your friends or your coworkers, and they'll fight. They'll literally ruin a relationship with you just to be right. Some of these people here will fight to the death, to their dying breath to be right. But few care to be correct. And there is a difference. And they won't even do the research to justify themselves. It's kind of like Charlie Brown and Linus. He has the blanket. Don't take my blanket off. I don't want to see. I don't want to hear it. Nah. That's how a lot of liberals are. I'm sorry to say it. Not all of them. Will fight to the death to be right, but could care less about being correct. All right, Silver Coin Outdoors. Hey, everybody, Troy S. Really doesn't matter what party wins. Okay, Soyums. Okay, I don't want to get into that comment. Silver Wolf 33. Gabby Marr, thank you. Kenny G, it'd be like China. Big Timers Club, Kenny G. Canny G. Sorry about that. Andrew Littrell, if Biden wins, America is gone. Okay, there's a lot of people in this room right now. Gabby and Perrier, come on, man. Campaign spying and Hunter Biden. Not true. Great defense, Joe. It is true. And they have proof on that. They have proof of the whole rigging. They have proof of the whole Flynn case and Biden setting Flynn up. They have proof of it. Rolando Niubo, a clash. It really was. MK Ultra, your AR-15 will be gone if Biden wins. Not mine. My AR-15 won't be gone if Biden wins. I don't believe they have enough people on their payroll to go door to door in this nation. It's kind of like that conversation we had some time ago about silver confiscation. Silver and gold were never confiscated. They said, oh, yes, it was. No. They made it illegal and they told you to turn it in. And those who voluntarily turned it in. But they never came door to door. We're from the government. We're here to collect your gold and silver. Never happened. There was never a legitimate, true confiscation of precious metals, folks. They don't have the manpower then. They certainly don't have the manpower now to do that. And they ain't going to risk it over that. If they did, if they devised a plan, that'd be buried somewhere in 1,000 square acres. And they wouldn't know where it is. I lost it in a boating accident. Vanessa in the house. You got to pick somebody though, girl. You really do. Who else is here? TMS. What price do you see Digibyte by 2025? By 2025, if you have 50,000 Digibyte, by 2025, you're going to be filthy rich. Can I just say that? Edgewater Heating, thank you so much. Catherine McCandless, the Democrats are behind all this virus. I agree with you. I've been making videos about the coronavirus since the end of January, telling you what I thought it was, a big fraud, and it turned out it's slowly, every day, truth is coming out, showing you it was always a political stunt. It was to ruin Trump's booming economy. It was to scare the people from voting in person. If you vote in person, you're going to die from the coronavirus. Stay home. Tell you what, we'll send you all ballots. You don't even need to show us your ID. Just fill out throw some ink on it and send it in. Those were the two key points of the coronavirus. And for the schools not opening, you want to know why a lot of schools are not opening? Because some of the governors opened up their states. And the schools are mostly Democrat-run schools. The unions, the labor unions, are Democrat. So how do we help our fellow Democrats? We don't open up the schools, and that way they have their kids still at home and they can't go back to work. Ha 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 ha. It's all an anti-work campaign is really what it was, and to scare the people out of voting or out of voting in person. I believe everybody should get out and vote, whether you're a Republican or Democrat. I don't believe everything should be so convenience-oriented. Everything we do is convenience. Why? Now we have freaking remotes to shut the windows. How lazy has man become? Remotes to turn up the AC, down the AC, and I'm only 10 feet away from it. Everything's convenience. It's for your convenience. No. Vote remotely. It's for your convenience. Fools people have become. Oh, man. If there's one thing you should do manually, if you love this country, no matter what party you're in, is vote in person. Make sure that paper gets to its destination. That is your only job. And make sure it goes into the slot of that box or whatever it goes into nowadays. If you can't do that, you're not a patriot. You're just a lazy, air-consuming person, in my opinion. I mean, I see people freaking come up with no legs in prior years in their wheelchairs, and they can do it. Freaking oxygen tanks hanging, paraplegics steering their own wheelchair. They come out and vote. All right, that was some tasteless humor, but I've seen it. If they can do it, you should be able to do it. Poor man stacking Trump last point. We're all gloating about our bloating, okay? Bitcoin stash. I believe voting is a sin. I am anacro capitalist. I don't vote. I buy Bitcoin instead. Vote with your feet. Okay. Thoughts of XRP. I say that this with reservation because somebody donated 50 XRPs to me.